Hey, what's going on, guys? Morgan Film Fan here, and I just finished watching a film called Cupid, which, let's take a guess. It's Valentine's Day weekend, so um, we have, let's take a guess, a Valentine's Day themed horror slasher film, which is actually pretty fun. It's a B film, like hands down. But it ends up working in a lot of ways that slasher horror films are, especially B slasher horror films, are generally supposed to work. And basically, we have this story of this girl named Faye. And Faye is kind of like the outcast of a school, and she ends up summoning Cupid. Right at the beginning of the film, we're given a backstory, like storybook style, where there's like a person kind of reading the story of the actual story of Cupid and like the darker side of it. Apparently, he had, a mother that was very envious of his relationship with a younger girl, and then the jealous mother decided to put poison on a arrow, and for some reason that I was not really clear on, he wanted to shoot the girl to make her fall in love with him, not knowing that the arrow was poisoned. His intention was to, shoot this magic arrow that he magically found, but the mother ended up poisoning the arrow. So when he ended up doing so, the girl was dead, and then he was summoned into hell, and it goes into a lot of like mythological gods and demons and stuff like that. And Cupid ended up being a demon that could be summoned to do evil or to take away love, kind of thing. So that's how the story starts, and then we get into this restaurant scene, which honestly, it's one of the funniest things, unintentionally funny things I've ever seen, or maybe it was intentionally, but this guy is on a date with this woman, and she goes to the bathroom, and his daughter comes in, and his daughter looks very like roughed up. She's like got her hair messy. She's all fearful, and the acting in this movie is the only, I would say, fault that it has. It doesn't take away from the film, but yeah, the acting is not on par with the story. Let's just say, and especially with the effects, because there's really good stuff with especially the kills. The kills are very slasher intended, and there's some moments of gore fest for sure. I love it, and and there's some cheesy humor that slasher movies need to have, especially with one character named Elise. Now, I'm gonna put it in the title that I'm just gonna say spoilers, because I do, again, like I always do, recommend just going seeing the film first. But I will be kind of medium spoiling the certain things and aspects of the film, that if you want to watch the film first, just go watch it again. But it starts out with that scene, and then the whole film feels different right after that. And the editing also from that like first, I'd say 6 to 8 minutes, it honestly, it just cuts, and then the rest of the film just feels like a different film. It's so it's so different from the little opening that you got with that guy. I'm telling you, man, his scream makes me funny. I might insert it. Just thinking about it just makes me laugh. Like, I honestly, I had it on loop. I had it on loop. I was just rewinding it. I don't like to post actual footage on YouTube, because I don't want to get you know banned, or what do you call it, checked off whatever. I don't want the algorithm to go bad on me because I put like a 2 second clip on something, but maybe I will. I don't know. It's really hilarious. But then we have this girl. Her name is Faye, and she's very bullied by this also girl named Elise. Now Elise is bullying her because Elise's dad is banging Faye's mom. Okay, and Elise has this huge grudge on it, but Elise is massively offended by the whole situation. Don't blame her, but man, can she play a bully? Like I've seen bullies. I've been bullied in high school. This girl takes Mean Girls would cry with Elise if Elise was in the Mean Girls movie. The Mean Girls would have not the whole the actresses that portrayed the Mean Girls in the Mean Girls movie. Elise would annihilate them. They would be begging for mercy from Elise. This girl is horrible. She is awful. Faye has an attraction to her male teacher, an inappropriate one, and Elise gets an opportunity to steal the teacher, Mr. Jones's phone, and then she steals his phone without his knowledge. He thinks he lost it, and then she starts to text Faye. So she thinks that Mr. Jones is texting her, and she has this young crush on this teacher. And then she's her and all her friends are texting the girl Faye from Mr. Jones' phone, and she's going with it. And then it leads up to this whole thing where she actually on Valentine's Day like brings him a rose, and it just, the idea is great. They don't execute it extremely well because of just the acting again, and no like disrespect to the film or filmmaking or anything like that. It's just the acting wasn't there. One big thing about the acting, actually, I don't know where this production was made or filmed. It was not America, because like even there's a situation where they're driving in a car. It seems Australian, probably maybe Britain too. There's like a vehicle used that the person is driving on the right side, and the passenger is on the left side. But everybody is speaking in American accents or trying to, and then you have people that don't, like at all, and then you have people that they bounce back and forth between American and UK or Australian accents, and then you have people that just speak straight American. So it's like, where's this taking place, kind of thing. It's one of those films that doesn't really describe where it's set, kind of thing, because you have if it's taking place in Australia, or if it's taking place in the UK, then why are people speaking in American accents? Like, why not just talk in that dialect? Like it's just kind of strange. How would you say, direction and decisions, you could say. But anyway, yeah, the bully, Elise, ended up causing that huge situation which could royally fuck up the teacher, and obviously extremely embarrass the girl, who she was just, she even, like, she met up with the teacher and she, like, tried to give him a kiss, and he was like, what the hell. It wasn't executed really well, but the girl also plays a recorded video in class, so all the students and the teacher watch it, and that it's man, this, like, Elise couldn't be a bigger bitch. Like, she's so horrible. But the film, there's some there's some cheesy moments that really work. Like Cupid himself, he looks good for the most part. I mean, for the budget that they had, but like he has a man bun, so it's Cupid looking scary, but with a man bun. So the man bun kind of takes away the scariness in in a sense. There's a kill where it involves him in like shoving roses down a woman's mouth, and he's just like shoving the roses down there. There's a paper cut throat kill involving like a Valentine's Day card, and he just like slits this guy's throat with a Valentine's Day card. It's just and then just crazy shit like that, like and it does certainly get very gory. There is one situation, again, I don't know the humor that whoever directed this film was. I'm gonna look him up and name him for sure, or her if it was a woman who directed the film. But there's a scene where there's a situation where Faye has a friend named Matt, and Matt has always been in love with Faye, and he mentions it for the first time, and he tells Faye like, "Hey, you know, I've always been into you. Hasn't it been obvious? I've been into you since the fifth grade." And she's like, "Oh, I had no idea." And then he's like, "Yeah, you remember when all those times where I made the excuse that I thought you were my mom when I was spooning you? Like I was intending to spoon my mom instead of you? Yeah, no, I actually spooned you because I wanted to spoon you. And not, you know, I just thought you were my mom." What the fuck? That is so much weirder than just telling the girl. I had to rewind it. I'm like, did I hear him correctly? And I put on subtitles. I'm like, did I hear the dude? Yep, that's what he said. I'm like, um, yeah. Next time, just tell the girl you like her. And then she's like, "Oh, you're just like my little brother." When the guy like actually looks older than her. Even at the beginning scene where the guy is on the date with the or on the date with the girl, and the girl goes to the bathroom, and then his daughter shows up. They look like they're like 4 years apart. He looks 40, 40, and she looks 35. So it's there's things like that. But for a slasher film, and for a cheesy good time of a slasher film, I actually had a lot of fun with this film. Um, it's got its enjoyable cheesy moments, and it's got its quality of what a slasher film needs to go for. So the score is awesome. It does play with, you know, when it comes to Cupid being a slasher killer, it works like that. Obviously, a film like Valentine is gonna do better at the the output, the production, the blanking on the word right now, but the you know, the way it goes out, the execution. There you go, the execution. A film like Valentine, its execution is better than Cupid, but Cupid is still extremely fun. And Elise gets an awesome death at the end of the movie, uh, out of nowhere too. And then I do have to mention the ending. The ending is where it just went like WTF. Um, because of the Elise death coming out of nowhere from Faye, because of because she cast Cupid, she also had the spell to like take him away, kind of thing. The whole aspect of the film is that he's able to destroy love for 24 hours on Valentine's Day. So she got him away by executing Elise, which Elise is a horrible character in this film. But the I'm not really gonna spoil the ending. But it like the last like minute and a half just took me like, where that is, that more humor? Is that more of the the spooning mom instead of the girl I like kind of shit like that? This it got really weird. So it got really weird, but I'm still gonna recommend it because it's just it's so weird. It's fun. You know, you have So Bad It's Good. This is so weird that it's fun. So I'm gonna give a recommend to Cupid. It's on Tubi, and I had fun with it. So if you want to check it out for free, it's on Tubi. Uh, I say watch it. It's only like an hour and 22 minutes or something like that. And it's Valentine's Day, or Valentine's Day weekend, I should say. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So, subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more. Always here, talking about films like I love to do. So, if you're interested, subscribe, and I'll be back with more. Take care and cheers.